Matt L out in Holland. We've done work for him a number of times. It's gonna be pretty much the same work that we do every year. So starting up here. So just cleaning out the beds. He wants to plant a dwarf evergreen plant right about here, and then try to really gut this out. This bed is brutal. He always gets a ton of growth. We did a lot of work in it. We tilled it up, and we got rid of, there was a ton of this stuff growing everywhere. We got rid of that, but now he's got this funky weedy stuff. So just try to really till this, bust it up. He's big on trying to really get the weeds out. Go heavy on pre-emergent and spray where you can. Avoid spraying here for the boxwoods. Evergreen's gonna go here, avoid spraying there. Heavy on the pre-emergent, really till it up, bust it up, clear it out, fresh mulch here. And then moving along the bed, so usual stuff, clean them out, any weeds, try to bust it out, re-edge. You know, reminder you have the trees basically at the couple different corners of the property. Make sure that we're cleaning them up and edging them and mulching them. Right here he wants to shrink this down, so like we do this every year, but it starts to like spread. So like dig this out, and just keep a little patch right here. This guy, just a light prune up. There is a little bit of like dead, you can see there's some dead branches in here. Just want to prune them up, and then you'll see some of the funky stuff that's growing out. Just kind of trim that back and prune that up. This one, hang tight. He was debating on yanking it out, but I think he wants to keep it. Light prune this guy up. The boxwood can use a very light touch-up little haircut. Prune all these in the back, prune in shape. This guy right here, cut this dead and dormant stuff back, clean that up. The butterfly bush you can leave alone, it's fine. This guy, cut back the dead and dormant stuff, kind of edge it out. Same here, cut back all this dead and dormant, clean that up. Same here, cut all this dead and dormant back. You'll see there's like weeds all throughout. Like all these are weeds. It's got the same type of weed. It's like almost like an onion weed. You really got to try to dig these out like with a shovel even. Like don't just hit these with a string trimmer, because these are aggressive growers. They grow back in just a couple days even if you just cut them. So really try to dig out where the root is on these. These stones in here, kind of have to move the stone, yank some of the weeds, blow out. He's got leaves and debris, so blow that out, and then put the stone back, put some spray down, put some pre-emergent. Dwarf evergreen, he wants one planted right about here, kind of in the center of these. And then all this is like weedy growth, just clear all that out. The rose bushes, you can leave them alone, just leave them be. The boxwood, this one's, I wouldn't trim it, just leave it be. All these leaves and debris, clean up. Another dwarf evergreen planted right here. Clean all this up right here. On the corner, he wants the last fourth dwarf evergreen, but this one he asked if it could be maybe a little bigger. So I'll have to look. The dwarf evergreens, I think they're like maybe 2 foot to 3 foot typically. This one, he said nothing larger than 4 foot. So maybe if you have 3 that are dwarf, small, and then this one's maybe a little bit bigger, you can plant kind of centered here. This whole bed needs a good clean up and rake out and bust up the weeds. Moving over to here, you can leave the rose bush alone. This guy, you can just kind of snip back the deadhead stuff, cut this guy back. This is a plant. All this stuff, you can clear it out, keep all this growth in here, like leaves, debris, you can just bust all this out, clean all this up. These guys, just cut them down, cut like 8 inches down on them, and like the dead dormant kind of stuff, just clean it up. There's leaves in there, just kind of rake them out. These 2 buckets, just move them out of the bed, maybe put them like on here, or ask him where he wants them, maybe put them over here, and then just clean up all this bed. This guy, he wants to keep this plant, but same thing, kind of cut it down, kind of like cut out this funky stuff, cut them down like maybe 6 to 8 inches, and then right here kind of dig. You got like a random rose thing here, you can rip that out. There's some weedy stuff here, and then this plant, kind of dig out this side of it. Just wants to kind of shrink it down in general. Moving over here, actually I misspoke, he wants another dwarf evergreen, so there'll be 5 total for the property. And he wants it planted right over here in this general area. Actually maybe up a little bit, like right there. And then the pots, same thing, move them, put them on the the concrete, or put them in the yard somewhere on the side, and you can plant there. No need to trim this guy up, you can leave it alone. All this gets weeded out and cleaned up. And then over here, just yank out a couple weeds. This guy you can cut down. Nothing really else, kind of weed out over here. Any weeds under the stones back here, kind of rip them out, weed them out. Got some weeds around the tree, weed them out, mulch around it. And I kind of said already, but also forgot to mention, mulch around that tree. There's a tree on the opposite side of that one right there. Mulch around that too. That's it.